India paused its offensive after delivering a devastating blow to Pakistan. But Operation Sindoor is far from over. It continues. Meanwhile, Pakistan was scrambling to halt the escalating conflict. In a surprising twist, America, which had previously distanced itself from the war, suddenly intervened, calling for a ceasefire. This unexpected move has now been linked to shocking revelations that have sent ripples across the globe. It turns out that India's next step were not only unsettling for Pakistan, but also deeply alarming for China and the United States. What India was preparing to do had the potential to send shockwaves from Washington to Beijing, igniting fear among adversaries and allies alike. A brewing storm of unprecedented proportion had the world on edge. Now the question arises, after destroying 6 air bases in Pakistan, what was India's 7th target that shook the world? What prompted a flurry of activity in global corridors of power? Why did Donald Trump suddenly intervene, calling India directly? India's Akash missile system played a crucial role in all this that created such turmoil in the Pentagon. While the S-400 and BrahMos had already instilled fear in America, it was the Akash system that highlighted India's advancing technological prowess. It does seem that American weapons were being outshined by Indian ingenuity. Facts like this hint at deeper global dynamics. It appears that Trump was trying to suppress India's rise as a technological powerhouse. Not only that, India's rapidly growing defense industry seems to have become the biggest challenge for both America and China. The strike on Pakistan's Noor Khan Air Base was not just another attack, it was a direct warning targeting Pakistan's nuclear command infrastructure. In this video, we will dissect this intricate cycle and uncover the truth behind these developments and try to unveil Trump's real motive and the hidden game behind the curtain. Let's start by unraveling Donald Trump's role in this unfolding drama. One needs to question, why did Donald Trump suddenly step into the role of a peace messenger? The reasons are many, but some are particularly surprising. Let's delve into them. The first is the blow to the reputation of American weapons. One of the most significant reasons lies in the poor performance of American weapons. Remember the F-16 fighter jets supplied to Pakistan. During Indian operations, these and other American arms failed to deliver, exposing their shortcomings. This wasn't just a setback for Pakistan, but a severe blow to America's global image as a premier arms supplier. With such damage to America's reputation, Trump saw the situation as an opportunity to intervene and reclaim some credit. Another reason for Trump's sudden interest is the deepening defense ties between India and Russia, particularly the formidable S-400 and BrahMos missile duo. This combination has not only redefined India's defense capabilities, but has also caused tremors in Washington's arms market. For Trump, this development was more than a political headache, it was a direct challenge to the dominance of American weaponry on global stage. The United States had long been pressurizing India to reduce its reliance on Russian weapons, but India executed a strategic move that left the world in awe. This undeniable success was a bitter pill for America to swallow. Another factor is America's tarnished reputation on the global stage. From Ukraine to Gaza, Trump's attempts to project strength and resolve has often ended in disappointment. So when the Kashmir issue resurfaced as a global headline, he saw it as an opportunity to salvage his image and reassert his relevance. However, India must tread cautiously with the United States, as America's friendship and enmity often come with strings attached. For America, it's all about business. Whether it's peace or war, profit is always the priority. This was evident when Trump, in his statement about a ceasefire, casually suggested boosting trade with Pakistan instead of resolving underlying tensions. What a spectacle! And let's not forget the trade war. Trump's tough rhetoric often crumbled when faced with China's calculated maneuvers, exposing the limits of his strategy. For India, this serves as a reminder to navigate carefully while maintaining its sovereignty and strategic interests. But friends, the game changer is India's domestic arms industry. The real factor keeping global powers like the US and China awake at night is India's burgeoning domestic arms industry. If anything has emerged victorious from these events, it is India's self-reliant defense capabilities. India's arsenal featuring the Akash missile defense system, QRSAM system, Barak missile defense system, anti-drone systems, BMD missile defense system, and the Pinaka multi-barrel rocket launcher has made waves across the globe. Alongside these are India's formidable artillery systems, ISRO's advanced tracking equipment, and cutting-edge innovation from DRDO, all of which have demonstrated that India is no longer dependent on external suppliers. And then there's the BrahMos missile, the crown jewel of India's defense exports. This supersonic missile has sown chaos in Pakistan, leaving the enemy utterly disoriented. It stands as a testament to India's technological prowess. Isn't this a seismic shift for America and China? Their once dominant defense markets are beginning to tremble under the weight of India's rising self-reliance and technical innovation. India's self-developed weapons, as well as those created in collaboration with Russia, Israel, and France, stood unrivaled. This isn't just a narrative about weapons, it's the story of a new India, an India that speaks to the world with confidence and on its own terms. And this transformation is proving hard for some nations to digest. This is the new reality, a global acknowledgement of India's unshakable resolve and growing supremacy in defense technology. China's defense capabilities were thoroughly dismantled. China's HQ-9 missile defense system, once touted as its backbone, was completely outclassed, brought down by a combination of Indian and Israeli drones it couldn't even intercept. China's so-called most dangerous PL-15E missile, the lesser one talks about, the better it would be. Not only was it neutralized by India's Akash missile system, but it landed intact, allowing it to be captured and delivered straight to DRDO's lab. Now imagine the implications. India will dissect, reverse engineer, and expose every layer of China's missile technology. For China, this is nothing short of catastrophe. Their cutting-edge technology has been rendered obsolete overnight. And it doesn't stop there. Iran's much-hyped Fateh-1 and Fateh-2 nuclear-capable missiles, branded as fearsome, were swiftly intercepted and destroyed by India's Akash system in mere moments. Turkey's supposedly formidable drones, they crumbled like paper toys. Meanwhile, India's own drones executed pinpoint strikes deep inside Pakistan with surgical precision. Pakistan's precarious situation and the truth about Noor Khan Air Base paint a grim picture for Islamabad. Through this operation, India delivered a blow so profound that its impact will linger for years. Reports suggest that India is inching closer to neutralizing Pakistan's nuclear command, a scenario that has sent shockwaves through the region. Noor Khan Air Base holds immense strategic significance as one of the most sensitive installations of the Pakistani Air Force. Noor Khan Air Base is located just a few kilometers from Pakistan's Strategic Plans Division, the nerve center of its nuclear command. India's ability to carry out a deep strike there was a testament of its growing military prowess. Even American media acknowledged that Pakistan's air defense and radar systems were powerless against India's precision strikes. This is the location where Pakistan's approximately 170 nuclear weapons are monitored and controlled. Reports from Pakistan, along with statements from some American officials, suggested that the strike on Noor Khan Air Base's nuclear command center was a clear signal, a declaration that India's next potential target could be the SPD headquarters. So, what is the essence of this entire episode? It unveils a series of critical truths: Donald Trump's claim of neutrality, the failure of American weapons, the exposure of Chinese technology, and most importantly, the powerful demonstration of India's national defense capabilities. Together, these elements paint a transformative picture. America and its allies appear uneasy with this shift. They fear that India's rapid ascent might challenge their global dominance. Trump's so-called peace efforts might just be a cover, a calculated move to curb or slow down India's growing influence in the international arena. This battle is not just about weapons, but also about self-respect and global standing. In this contest, India has firmly demonstrated that it stands equal to, if not ahead of others on the world stage. If you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, now is the time. Hit that subscribe button and don't forget to activate the bell icon to stay updated. What are your views on this unfolding situation? What do you think lies behind these developments? And how do you perceive India's achievements? Share your thoughts in the comments below. We would love to hear from you. Jai Hind.